I'm so excited to talk about Clown in a Cornfield. How you guys doing, first of all?
Doing great. It's
Yeah?
fun to be here.
Yeah, having a great con. Yeah.
Yeah, what's your favorite thing about Comic-Con?
It's just the absolute variety that you have. It's everything under the sun is here, and just cruising around and seeing everybody dressed up, I think, is the most fun part.
Big crossing streets enthusiast, so this is like my
Oh.
my Super Bowl. I don't know why I'm starting out the gate with the most sarcastic answer. I really do. I love it. I haven't been here in I was here 20 years ago. Was the last time I was at Comic-Con. I was 17. And I had like.
Oh, it's changed a lot.
It has changed significantly, but it's still some things change, some things stay the same. Like I was 17. I conned my way into the.
You conned your way
into the con?
No, I was in the con, but I conned my way into the world premiere of Devil's Rejects, the Rob Zombie movie.
Okay.
Like I was like, so that was like my big thing, hoodlum teenager.
He was a
thing to get to
rebellious
do.
kid, really.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Exactly. Yeah. A real rebellious film nerd
17-year-old.
kid. Yeah.
I have to appreciate the crossing the streets enthusiast thing because I don't think people realize it takes like 20 minutes to cross the street. If the train stops, it's like
you get to. I don't even get like crowd anxiety, but that'll
like,
do it for me. Where it's like you're stuck between a train and a bunch of cars. And
and you got to be like, oh, sorry, Thanos, let me get around here really quick. Okay, so Clown in a Cornfield. When I watched the movie, one of my first thoughts was the 2016 clown sightings from. So was that like the nexus of your novel?
It
Yes,
was.
that was it.
Yeah,
That's where it came
that
from.
really
The
is
answer is
like,
yes.
It's funny because
What happened with that?
I think it's like a weird group psychosis thing. I don't think really much of anything happened with it, or maybe I'm just too much of a skeptic. Like I think that it was that one of those like first like Reddit phenomenon kind of like almost like mass hysteria kind of things. Like I love the idea of it.
It was in the news.
It was in a lot of things are in the news. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think like a couple isolated incidents and once it fed into like, oh, we're gonna go do this and scare people with this or create virality with these sightings. I love the idea of it. I just didn't.
That's when Adam thought, I'm going to quit my
it.
job as a school teacher. I'm going to write this book.
Exactly, yeah,
This is
well,
my moment to make
I
things up.
wrote it. I was still a school teacher when I wrote
That's
it.
what I'm
So
saying.
I wrote it when it sold to HarperCollins is when I did quit my job as a school teacher, but it was because the state was the state was shutting down the school I was a part of. So I was kind of like, this is the exit door. This is clown slashers for teenagers. So it was definitely an inspiration, but I think that's almost there's like a conspiracy brained thread to the definitely the first book, and then it grows more pronounced in the sequels. And I think I almost took more inspiration from that.
Yeah.
To me, my reaction to the clown sighting thing being like, what's the angle here? And like that kind of became and I just love slasher stuff. Jeez Louise, man.
Make yourself at
Let
home.
me know if you have any questions.
All right. I'm getting it. This is the first one, buddy.
No, go ahead.
Here, I'll do my job. So how did you two meet, come together? How did you pick up the book for the first time?
I actually came to me from Temple Hill as a script, and I read the script, and I was like, okay, there's something to this.
Written
Like
by Carl
clowns in a
Blanchard.
cornfield.
Yeah.
Like let's check it out. And there was like this moment in the middle of it where everything kind of twisted, and I was like, okay, this could be really cool. I went back to the book, and he went really deep. Like this is like a deeply thematic, like very much about Americana and small town America and Rust Belt America and people struggling economically. And I just love a film that like has all these layers to it and can just be a fun ride. But then underneath it, there's a little bit more boiling beneath the surface. And I took a crack at like adding a bit of humor and fun to the script, and we got the thing greenlit and just ran out to Winnipeg and made this movie for almost no money. And it's just that's what's so incredible about being here and getting this installation made, and this activation is here, and seeing Friendo alive and all this way. It's incredible because we made this for like
From
zilch.
humble beginnings,
From
yeah.
very humble beginnings.
What is, I mean, the Clown in Cornfield, when you watch the trailer, you see it and you're like, okay, clowns, slasher, but what do you think, you mentioned it goes a little deeper, like what do you think separates it from other films we've seen?
Well, I just, personally, it's a new it's a new vibe for like a younger audience. Like to me, this is like a gateway horror film. Like I was making this very much for young Gen Z, maybe hadn't seen a horror film yet, but also could be shocking to them. And I feel like so many of the films now are like films that I grew up with. You know, they're like a remix, Scream 6, or we're redoing Halloween, or everything is a rebranding of the same old thing. And so this was kind of a new vibe. And that's what really excited me about it. And also it just has a lot to do with like the generational divide. And I really dug that theme as well.
Yeah. How many sequel books are there?
On the flight out here, I almost finished book 4.
Oh wow!
And it'll be handed in by the end of this month. So people keep asking me like, oh, how many of these are you gonna write? And they in a weird, sometimes in a nice way, and sometimes in a not so nice way.
When are you gonna stop?
Exactly. And I kind of that's my answer. As I love slashers so much, and I like the almost something more exciting about than writing the first book was writing the second one, because it's like, how do you extend this in a way that doesn't feel stale? How do you extend this in a way? I just love slasher sequels and I love slasher franchises, and they're all movies. You know, they're not not a lot of book adaptations in the slasher space. So it was just kind of like, if I had my druthers, how would I do? If I ran the zoo, how would I do slasher sequels, and how would I keep twisting it and doing a different thing each time? And that's kind of been trying to keep the ball in the air for me creatively, writing these books. And I think, I'm so in love with Eli's movie, and it feels like a slightly different vibe than the books.
Yeah. What would you say the biggest differences are?
There's probably like I think Eli's humor. I've told him this many times, but I've been a fan of his for 15 years since Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
The best.
Yeah, I was a very early adopter of that film, and I love it so much, and it has such humor to it, and it has such heart. And the heart is in the books, but the humor isn't so much in the books. But I love that he brought his sense of humor to it, and it really does feel like an Eli Craig joint. Even though it feels like my book and my characters at the same time, it's just a nice melding of things.
It was interesting because I was like, it's a movie called Clown in a Cornfield. And even when I read the book, it's like, God, you're taking yourself very seriously for a book called Clown in a Cornfield. And I thought, and you know, Marty agreed, the producer, it was like, well, let's make a film that has stakes and is authentic, but also doesn't take itself too seriously. So that was kind of the vibe for this. Like, we're also we're just having a good time. Yeah. Like, the film we're having a good time with deeper themes and with suspense. Yeah. But we're not like overly proud or like of ourselves. We're kind of like poking fun at ourselves at the same time.
Are you looking at his sequel novels as something you would want to do?
We'll let AMC reach out to me, and let Shudder make the decision if they want to do the sequel. But I think we're in a really good place if we end up doing the sequels, because the books are a lot of fun, and Quinn's a great character, and Rust and Cole are just great characters to follow. So, and seeing Friendo here, I don't know. I mean, would you want to see more of Friendo?
Heck yeah!
All right. So straight from Screen Rant.
We got one vote. So yeah.
Eli, I think we have Alan Tudyk coming in here later, I believe.
Oh, that's great.
Later on today.
Gonna surprise me.
Oh, I wish. I'm so sorry. I really did tee that up like he was about to walk in the room. But I would love a Tucker and Dale vs. Evil sequel or something in that regard again. Like, is that something you think could ever happen?
Well, I mean, Tucker and Dale, literally the sequel of Tucker and Dale has been killed off more times than College Kids in Tucker and Dale.
I still have faith.
We had so many versions of this that just for one reason or another, it would almost get financing or fall apart. And it really became a hit through like a groundswell of like attention. It wasn't initially like a theatrical hit at all. It took some time. So like, studios just aren't used to sequels for that. You know, they were like, if it was a theatrical hit, it'd be like, here's the money. And to answer your question, like, yeah, I'm open to it. It would be super fun to put these guys back together, because they're just such comedic talents. If the right, like, stars have to align, and it's possible.
Well, congratulations on this. What is the release date?
August 8th on Shudder and AMC Plus.
Yeah,
but you could like rent it now too.
Oh yeah, no. You should, if you're watching this before August 8th, you should rent it. You should get the Blu-ray, the 4K. That comes out in September. We did a commentary for that.
Yeah.
What else do we have to sell?
It's all over the place.
Yeah.
I think Friendo action figures are coming.
Don't say that. Maybe
But
not.
they might not.
Maybe. But you did a commentary.
Oh yeah,
That's
did.
fun.
Yeah, we did.
I love listening to director commentaries.
We did a commentary through different countries and different sides of different countries. It went over Zoom. Remember you were there.
We did that?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. That I have no
It was
idea.
great.
what
No,
we
it's
did. We did a lot of
Katie and
stuff.
Carson are on the commentary too. Yeah.
I have to shout out Katie too. She's incredible in this movie.
Oh, she's so good. Yeah.
She's great.
Katie killed it. She was like, when I saw her as potential, she auditioned for this, and I went back and looked at all the work she did up till now, and everything stands out as like being so real and like grounded. Just a great actress.
Yeah, she's a star. Like that, and it's funny if you go on like Letterboxd too. It's like that's the consensus. Everyone's just like Katie Douglas is amazing.
Yeah, I can't wait to see her in more stuff. Put Katie Douglas in more movies.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of your
Thank you so
Comic-Con.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Bye.